Hello, it's Rosemary Barlow again, the founder and managing editor for Art BOP, the Bay of Plenty's creative online arts magazine, and I'm just continuing my comments in relation to an article I published on Stuff to Say, which I called And It's Goodbye to You, where I outline the reasons I have significant concerns about the current proposal from the trustees of the Tauranga Energy Consumer Trust about amending the trust deed and eventually annihilating one of the category of beneficiaries of that trust. Like most of you, I got my information through the post, and that came a day before one of the scheduled meetings in downtown Tauranga, and I didn't find the information was overwhelmingly clear. And I also was not impressed by the way in which the supposed consultation process that's referred to in the deed is actually reduced to feedback. There are two comments or two boxes on this form. One says, I support the proposal in its current form. I do not support the proposal in its current form, and then you can make comments. So you're really not given any choice about the really dramatic decision that the trustees are proposing to do to the deed of trust. First of all, if I'm summarising my concerns, I don't think that the whole process has been clear. There's not been enough real information. There's no choice on that form. It's not real consultation. It's concerning that the documentation refers to the fact trustees have already made a unanimous decision about this proposal. We're being asked merely for feedback, and I have to comment on the information that was provided at the meetings. I did not think the meetings were, these are the TECT or the information meeting I went to at the Armitage Hotel. I don't think it was particularly well run or helpful, and certainly that format did not lend itself to the provision across the board of useful and coherent information about what the trustees were proposing. Now, I also went to another meeting that was organised by Trust Power, and Trust Power is the company from one of the companies from which the TECT Tauranga Energy Consumer Trust currently derives income that it can distribute to its beneficiaries. I found that the documentation from the Trust Power group or company was much easier to read, more comprehensive and understandable. I also found that the manner in which the meeting was held, which was more what we'd call a classic public meeting style, where the meeting was addressed rather than little groups of people hovered round individuals and who knows what was said. However, I have a significant concern that this format, which also suggests it's a submission, is muddying the waters in relation to the process. Now, the process here is the process that is set out in the Tauranga Energy Consumer Trust Trust Deed, and the process is being run by the trustees of the trust. It's obviously clear I don't think they've done a good job. I'm not certain what the legal status of this second submission form is. However, my opinion is, as a consumer, that the trustees of the TECT Trust, irrespective of what they may or may not have already told people who've tried to find out, would be very, very ill-advised to take no notice of any submission or comment that is made to them. The proposed change, the transfer of nearly, well, between $700 and $800 million worth of assets from one category of beneficiary and thereby in future excluding them to really another category of beneficiary, is such a significant change that it's not really acceptable to proceed in the manner that the current trustees have done so. I'd suggest that you read as much as you can. It's a democratic right and freedom that you express your opinion. The trustees are following their process, whether you agree with how well they're doing it or not. I've put up my article on ArtBOP. That's my particular interpretation and opinion as a mere consumer. And one of the things I want to make very, very clear to you is that the process that has been put forward by the trustees on this occasion is finalised by a vote. Now, I think that's something that they've added to the specified process of the trustee. There's a vote. Don't think that you finish the process by filing your submission. Make sure, and I don't care whether you're voting for or against, make sure you vote, because they are going to take notice of a bare majority vote. Thank you.